Hey, sports fans, Larry Eder, RunBlogRun, and this is Socialing the Distance. We featured one of my favorite athletes, favorite human beings, Sam Kendricks, 2017-2019 pole vault champion. How do I describe Sam Kendricks? As a journalist, you want people who are articulate, who are thoughtful, who enjoy the process, who understand that revealing a little bit of themselves, revealing a little bit of their event, keeps people interested. Sam Kendricks gets that. The truth is, most of the pole vaulters get that too. Piotr Lysik, Mondo, Renaud Villeneuve, I will tell you a quick Renaud story. When I first met him, I believe it was 2011, the Euro Indoors. He spoke French to me, and I tried terribly to ask him a couple of questions in French. I understood him, and later that evening he said, yeah, your French wasn't bad, and just messed me up. And he's a good guy. The whole group is, and I enjoy them. And they can be friends outside of the competitive world. And even in the competitive world, the pole vault is it's like how would you describe? I call it a chess game in the air. Okay? You like that? And I started out with Sam today about, is he a world record breaker or is he a racer competitor? He has this self-deprecating sense of humor where he'll say things like, well, I'm not really that talented, and I kind of got into the pole vault, and the reason why I've done so well is because my dad spent a lot of attention on me. His dad is his coach, and that is true, but his dad saw potential in him, because the hardest thing for a dad to do is to bullshit their kids. And I've known Mr. Kendricks, Sam's pop. I've seen him in a few places, really like him. He's a keen observer. And I do not think that the relationship between Sam and his father is such that they BS each other. I think they're straight shooters. That's not the kind of relationship that would go far in the sport. Sam is an ultra competitor, and he is a cerebral competitor, and he is seeing everything that's going on around him. If you don't believe that, just listen to our discussion about how runways affect vaulting. It's fascinating. And his ability for self-analysis is one of the things that makes him really good. But he is a tremendous athlete. Do not think anything less, or you've undervalued him, and he will kick your butt. He reminds me a bit of the 72 Olympic bronze medalist Jan Johnson, who was a buddy of mine. And Jan always had that, I'm just a quiet guy from Illinois and all that kind of stuff. And people would underestimate him, and that's how he got him. And Sam is a bit like that. Sam just keeps it pretty mellow. He stays focused on what he's doing. He's a creature of comfort. He and his lovely wife have moved into their new house. He's in Oxford, Mississippi, and he used to do his warm-ups in front of Faulkner's house, yes. So the discussion was far-ranging. The discussion talked about the pole vault in particular, and it talked about competition and being a world champion and those responsibilities in general. The theme with Sam Kendricks is that he knows that he's a lucky guy, that he gets to do the things that he wants to do, which is be an elite pole vaulter and travel around the world. I've seen him in not in Bydgoszcz, in Torun, Poland. I've seen him in Stockholm. I've seen him in London. I think I saw him in Germany in 1992. He's all over. He's a good guy. He's one of those people that keeps me involved in the sport. And I don't think I can give him greater praise than that. But please enjoy our interview. If you're a pole vault coach, pass it around. Make sure your kids watch it and watch the clips that Mike breaks out of it too. There's going to be some gems. We talked about Renaud Lavillenie. The part I wanted to talk about, we talked about Rio, and the way Sam described Rio was this conflagration of bad weather, a group of fans who were more used to being at a soccer or European football match, and there were some things that I didn't really like. I didn't like the booing of Renaud Lavillenie, and I think it really affected Renaud terribly. It's not something. And then there was also the amazing performance of Tiago Braz da Silva. Athletes have sometimes in their life this perfect storm where everything comes together. That's why you have a world record. That's why you have a gold medal when maybe you were fourth or fifth in the world. Raphael Holzdeppe, I looked at the German there, in his wonderful gold medal, was it 2013 in Moscow, was tremendous. He has had good moments since then, but that's where everything came together. Tiago Braz, that's where it came together in Rio in front of his country people in 2016. And a guy like Renaud Lavillenie, wanted that gold medal bad, didn't get it, but he's gotten other ones. And he's a class act. Sam is a class act. The athletes that have really resurrected the men's pole vault, which had good athletes, but after Bubka and after, Hooker and a few of the other guys, it kind of was going away. The women's pole vault helped bring it back, but what really has brought it back is this last generation, the next generation of men vaulters. And Mondo Duplantis is going to be around till 2032 at least, maybe even longer. Sam, I think Sam will continue doing it as long as he's enjoying it. And he seems to find the goodness and joy in everything. Really enjoyed interviewing Sam Kendricks today. Sam, thank you for your time. Thank you for your honesty. And thank you for your support of RunBlogRun. It means a lot to us. Thanks to Mike Deering for producing all of this. And this is Larry Eder with RunBlogRun. If you like us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, please. If you love us, subscribe on the YouTube. We've got gazillion videos, okay? And pass them around. Show them to your friends, because the more eyeballs, the more our sponsors who have stuck with us through the pandemic, and I really think that's a big, big deal. They're still around. Stay safe. We're recording this on election night. I hope if you haven't voted, you're getting out to vote soon. Vote responsibly and know that democracy is a fragile thing, and we need to respect it, and we need to appreciate our liberties. This is Larry Eder with RunBlogRun, signing off.